Hey, it's Dee. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for the next couple of videos, we're going to be doing kind of a planning for 2018, preparing for 2018. Good Lord. Preparing for 2019 and just kind of reflecting on 2018. So today's actually going to be the reflection video, and the next couple are going to be kind of like goal setting and everything and how to prepare for a new semester, especially since I'm coming back from being abroad, so the next couple of days are going to be intense, but it's fine. But first, we're going to do a reflection over 2018 just because I think that it's great to actually go back and look on what went well and what didn't go as well, just so that you can actually decide like what you want to do next year, because I actually had kind of a hard time figuring out what I want to do in the new year, but we got it now. We're good. So the first thing that I'm going to do is actually look back on my goals for 2018, or I guess my resolutions, and I actually did pretty good, guys. So I'm also gonna suggest that you all go back through your goals. This is the first step. Go back through your goals of 2018 and see how many that you actually achieved, and determine what you could have done if you didn't achieve them, and how you could actually have achieved them, or if you want to achieve them in the future. Also take in mind, if you didn't achieve it, is it something that you actually still want to do, or did you just decide that wasn't for you anymore? So I completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I completed about 12 of the goals, although they're not all of the goals. Some of them are like the hows of how I would complete them, so that's good. But overall, one of my really big major goals was to actually be able to study abroad in junior year, just junior year in general. So I actually got to study abroad last semester, as you all know. And although I did not get a 3.0 by junior year, I did get it by the end of this year, I think. We'll see. I'm pretty sure. The grade conversions just haven't come back through yet, but I'm pretty sure. That is good. So this is important just so that you can go ahead and start coming up with like what some of your reflections and highs and lows, which I'll explain in a second, will be for 2018. The next part of the reflection is to actually do the reflection. This is the little like layout that I did. I actually did it the previous year as well, just a little bit smaller because we had a different notebook. It's fine. Still dot grid though, interesting. Okay, but I'll show you guys this like up close as well. But what I did last year and am doing this year is actually labeling it highs, lows, self, world, and then having a big space at the bottom for reflections. Now, some of you might be wondering, why am I doing lows? Because lows are a natural part of everyone's life and just the year in general. And if you don't acknowledge what went wrong, you can't try to figure out how you can avoid that in the future. And you also won't remember this, like if it becomes like a repeating pattern. And just to acknowledge those also makes the highs seem higher. And another question that you all might have is, why are you worried about the rest of the world? Well, that's because, believe it or not, we live in the world. And so, looking at some of the highs and lows of the world that you personally saw would kind of help you contextualize like what is going on in the world, and if there's anything that you want to do to be able to change it in the future. And then of course, reflection is pretty self-explanatory. It'll just be like actual written reflection on everything that happened. For each of the top 4 sections, I would suggest doing 3 to 5 bullet points. And these bullet points can be whatever you want them to be, or you can do as many or as few as you want to. However, I think 3 to 5 is a good starting point. And so if you want to like look at the highs, so one of the highs for myself would be I got to study abroad in Australia, because hello, However, a low would be I got in my first car accident literally yesterday. I was sideswiped, but you know what? It's fine. And then if you want to look at some of the highs and lows for the world, I would say one of the highs would be the fact that Black Panther came out, because that was amazing. I feel like it was an amazing step in Hollywood and just in the US in general, just for African Americans and other minorities to be able to see themselves more represented on screen. And also Marvel's just dope. This is my opinion, and clearly you all don't have to agree with me. However, you're wrong. And just kidding. But and then of course a low, I would say just all of the children who are separated from their families here in the US at the border, and so just things like that. Of course, these will be the highs and lows that you all think of and that you've experienced and what you think of it. So yeah. And again, just this is important just so you can be thankful for what you have and have accomplished, and to be able to better prepare yourselves for the coming year. In the same sense, it's also important to look at some things that you're looking forward to in the new year. So on the back of that sheet that you've just written all of your reflections for the previous year, go ahead and write out what you are looking forward to for the new year. Or if you're like me, I'm actually doing this at the very front of my new planner for the year, or I guess journal, either way you want to look at it. And I'm calling it What's Next, but you all can do whatever you want for this. So some things that I'm looking forward to are my 21st birthday. Hello, duh. And then just some other things such as I only have 3 semesters left in university, and I chose yellow and black because my school colors are black and gold, even though it doesn't necessarily go with the rest of this one. I also put down my first apartment, although this is not set in stone yet. Hopefully it will happen. I just have to get approved by my school first, so we're going to speak it into existence. Another thing would be YouTube. I'm really excited for that just because it'll be my first full year of actually committing to it, even though I started this last year. I'm really enjoying it, even though I've been very off and on. So one of my goals, as I'll talk about in the next video, is actually to be more active on my channel. Hopefully, guys, we got this. We got this. Another is summer 2019. I don't know exactly what I'll be doing yet, but there are a couple of different things that I can do, so we'll just see which one happens. And then lastly, unfortunately, I thought of this as like a little last thing. Like, I need some more stuff, and I actually kind of wish that I'd drawn it bigger, but I'm really excited because my little brothers, 2 of them, and my cousins will actually be graduating from high school this year. So I have a lot of travel to do after I get out of school for the summer. So we will see how that goes, and I'm super excited for them. Also, I realize that this is not the cutest or most artsy thing, and it's also not the cutest or most artsy thing that I've done. However, there's a reason that I am not an artist, and so you all are just gonna have to deal with this. And it's also just to show that you don't have to be an artist to make something creative. You can also just write these instead of drawing them, but I wanted to draw them, so. But like I was saying, looking at what's next and what is to come just helps you prepare and get more excited for the new year. And also by looking at the reflection of what you did last year, you're juxtaposing those 2 things, and hopefully you'll be able to think about what you want this new year to look like, which will help you in the next step of actually creating your goals. So guys, like I said at the start of the video, this is actually going to be like a mini series almost of planning for 2019. So the next one will actually be goal setting or resolution planning, just so that you all can get an idea of how you can go about doing this, and then also some tips to make sure that you actually follow through with those. Also, just planning for the semester, some things for students, and I just hope this all will be really helpful for you guys. I can't speak English. This happens every time. I don't know why I can't speak English. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!